Lies, shenanigans.
All right, so I thought this would be a good follow up after Gianni's topic. This is definitely more shenanigans. Uh, Fortunately, we only have a few more days left to be talking about this guy, Donald Trump. Um, but he continues well into the new year to pull what I call a Putin and subvert our democracy. I mean, you'll remember there used to be term limits for presidents in Russia until Putin manipulated their democracy, making him essentially president for life. So Trump
Yeah.
continues to do that same thing here, constantly claiming the voter fraud, attempting to challenge the democratic process, literally attempting at this point to get Congress to invalidate the loss. So I think it's absolutely absurd, but he's still trying. Unfortunately, the majority outside of these 12 GOP senators who are now backing him, trying to overturn his election in the Senate vote, where they're going to certify the election there, which is mostly just ceremonial. But he is still trying. So, anyway, in all the chaos, a recent report came out about Trump that says he berated his son in law, Jared Kushner, just before the election about the coronavirus cases spiking, claiming that Kushner failed to slow down the testing so that it wouldn't look so bad on him, saying, and I'm quoting, I'm going to lose, and it's going to be your fault. You're killing me. Trump reportedly yelled at Kushner, I want to do what Mexico does. They don't give you a test till you get to the emergency room and you're vomiting. All right. So here's my question to you guys. First, what do you think Kushner should have done? And second, honestly speaking, you know, I know we all thought Trump was going to be a bad president, but did any of you guys truly think Trump was going to be this disgustingly bad a president? I'm
Yes.
going to, okay, I'll start with Lizzie.
Yes. Again, remember before, he was elected president, we saw evidence of how much of a vile person he was. Let's, go back to the Access Hollywood interview where he is, freely talking about grabbing women by the pussy. Hello. How does that make a good? Let's go back to the 70s and the
Yeah.
80s when both he and his father were sued by the Justice Department because they refused to rent or sell their properties in New York to Black people, to Puerto Ricans, and they lost those lawsuits. They had to pay money. USA Today in 2016 did an article on the 3,500 lawsuits that were filed against Donald Trump before he was sworn in on January 20th, 2017. So yes, I knew he was going to be a bad president. This is a guy who had never held any political office, who had no history of public service, civil service, had no his military history, had no history of foreign relations. So no, I didn't think he was going to be any good. I thought he was going to be trash, and he has proved me right time and time again.
Robbie Rock? Oh, what should
What
Kushner have
could
done? I'm sorry, Lizzie. What do you think Kushner should have done?
Oh, I mean, honestly, and this is like, you look at both of them and they're horrible people. So you just want them to, fight to the death, each of them. But if I'm Kushner, I'm like, what did your fat ass say to me, bruh? Like, and don't mistake that for me being pro Kushner because I'm not. But I'm also not for someone stepping to me with foul language and blaming me for stuff that is their fault.
Yep.
So if I'm Jared Kushner, I'm like, say that again. I want you to say that again in my face, brother. And we'll see how that works out.
All right, Robbie Rock.
Yeah.
while I can appreciate Liz's passion, but what can poor Jared do? Because I can't imagine how in Hawk how much he owes to that family. They would absolutely destroy him if he doesn't fall in with whatever Donald's edicts are. As far as how bad a president I thought that he would be, I knew he wasn't going to be great, but I had no idea that his narcissism, that his entitlement, his selfishness would bring your country to where it is. It's absolutely deplorable the way that he has run things. Has there been a few good moments to highlight? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no one's just 100% bad at their job, uh, but he was really bad at his job.
Bad.
You
Johnny
know
Storm.
Yeah.
Oh,
all Trump has to do to get under Jared Kushner's skin? All he has to do is tongue kiss Ivanka in his face.
Scandal. Wow.
His daughter.
He's done it a couple of times, right? Hasn't he done that?
Now, I mean,
Don't we have video? Don't we have video? I don't
Video
know.
evidence.
that would get him. That would get the
Goodness.
juices.
Gianni Storm. I don't even know what to say after that. We just let Gianni Storm pop in here.
I agree. I think Kushner should have stood up for himself because yes, Trump is in his position of power. I agree with Rob as well. But you're still a man at the end of the day. Like you can't let another man talk to you like that. Like even though, and especially your name, like it's kind of like he's blaming. Is your reputation on the line type of thing. But I also didn't expect. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't expect Trump to have this much controversy surrounding him and be this selfish of a person. I didn't expect that. I did expect it to be bad. We hired a celebrity as our leader. So yeah. But yeah, those are my thoughts.
Yeah, my
That's how I-
opinion. Go ahead, Lizzie.
Go ahead, Neil.
I was gonna say, okay.
No, I was just quickly say. Also, remember, Jared knows a lot of secrets, so you better treat me with some respect, father-in-law.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's that.
So my thoughts are, I mean, I'm not, I don't like anybody to talk to me any kind of way. I mean, from work, from it could be my boss, my mama. I just don't like people just talking to me any kind of way. I just not going to accept that. I mean, I'll be the nicest guy in the world up until that point, you know. And then so I'm not gonna anyway. But I would, if I were Jared, it wouldn't have happened to me, or I would have walked off and been like, I'm not dealing with this. But but as far as Trump being the worst, I actually didn't think he was going to be this bad. I thought he was going to be bad. There's no question. I thought he was going to be a horrible president, probably one of the worst in history, which he turned out to be. But I really didn't think he would care so little about life and people, and that he would just let people just die the way they have been dying. I mean, to talk about the whole Mexico, I didn't think he was this bad. I really didn't think this bad. I thought he was a racist.
Y'all need to read up on your Maya Angelou. When someone shows you who they are the first time, believe them.
And I thought that I thought they would be able to keep him in better check. I thought that his handlers would be able to keep him in check better.
But Neil, that's where the partisanship comes in.
Because Bush was a bad president.
But now we're dealing with the GOP that cares more about partisanship and the party than they do about the American people in this country.
Yeah.
That's where the shift has come. This isn't even Bush's GOP. This is a whole new
Something
level
different
in this country. And it's very
different.
Scary.
It
very
is
scary.
And just the whole fact that they're trying to steal this election. I mean, they are so blatantly trying to steal. That's a cute dog.
It is.
Kevin Saxon said he can't do what Mexico does. He made them pay for the wall.
A bunch of rapists and druggies. Like, what we trying to do what Mexico does now?
Right?
I know.
Like
Exactly.
he's land-based in Mexico. We don't want any Mexicans coming in, and now we should be more like the Mexicans.
We should be in Mexico.
I know.
Viva Mexico. Viva Mexico, all of a sudden.
Jose asked, will Trump pardon Kushner for failing him?
Well, he pardoned, Kushner's, jailbird daddy. So, I mean, who knows? Who knows? These are awful people, America. These are awful people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got it's
They're
pets.
failing
It's our pet show, so we got to have our pets in the show once in a while.
Hopefully, Remy is
Oh,
sleeping.
it's always beside me.
Get a little Randy
Too big for
there.
my
All right, sorry, I got to get back to our hot topic. Sorry, River. All right, so let's see. Mike Winter so on YouTube says, "Why would you think that everyone should really read more about his history of running companies?" I think he was talking to me. That's true. I mean, he did have a history of running things into the ground and using people up. That's where all
Well,
the bankruptcies came in at.
remember Trump
Yeah.
University? Some of us applied to Trump University.
I will never live this down, will I? Yes, I did sign up for Trump University and got my money stolen from me. Yes, I was.
You didn't get a refund. You didn't get a refund?
Refund? No.
Wait,
I should have been part of the. I know there was a joint lawsuit, but I didn't think I.
Class action.
Class action. Thank you.
you could have got your money back.
It would have been nice. It would have been nice. It would have been nice. All right.
Wow, that's good.
All right. Last hot topic